YouTube, what's good? Charles Salbox. So today, as the thumbnail says, we are going to be focusing on agility, balance, and coordination. These drills are almost fundamental to you saying that you are an athlete before you can say that you're a boxer. Some of you guys are entering the gym, trying to do sparring, and you're clumsy as hell. Right, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so we're gonna jump straight into doing the drills. The first section that I want to focus on, which is perhaps the most important, is balance. Now you're going to need balance for agility and you're going to need balance for coordination. So the first drill that we're going to do is going to be the standing stalk drill. Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to do this from a slight angle so you can see both feet. We are going to raise one knee, okay, and try to remain balanced in this position for about, say, 30 seconds. And then we drop the knee, then we do the same thing on the other knee. Okay, well balanced. Obviously, slight perturbation, but that's okay. Now, what we want to do is understand that on one leg, we want to drill balance to be enhanced, okay? We want to drill, keeping the center of mass in the same position. And then the second thing that we're going to do to elevate this to another level is to close our eyes, because our eyes are linked to balance, okay? Now you're going to see that the drill becomes a lot harder, but this is the way how we improve our balance from a more athletic stance, okay? Close the eyes and try to remain balanced in that situation. Okay, so that is what I want you guys to be practicing at least once a day, you know, just at the start of the day. Try to do this for about 30 seconds where your eyes are open, and then progress from that to a minute for both drills. So where your eyes are open and your eyes are closed. This particular drill is going to improve more your athletic ability, and it's not linked to boxing. Any particular sports person can attempt this. Okay, so the next drill that we're going to do is going to be something that's linked to boxing. So we're going to do a stance to squat drill. Now, where you are focusing on your center of mass, also you need to be strong enough to maintain the position. So the squat position that we get into from the stance helps us with the strength. So we're going to get into a boxing stance position. This is from the side. You can see where my lead hand is above my lead foot, and you can see that my body is more so on the back foot. So that's the distribution of weight. Now I'm in this position. So what we do, let's say our coach blows the whistle, we perform a squat. Good. Now, the way how we want to improve this to maximize on the strength is to include perhaps a movement in between. So we could either perform a pivot and then we do a squat immediately after, or we can apply, say, a more common movement where we just move forward and then we apply a squat. Okay, we can also do slips. Okay, so all of these movements that we perform in between the squat, they are the things that make our balance, maintaining our balance, a bit more difficult. So when we are including those, we're bringing in the realism of how it might be in the ring whilst moving, and then maybe taking punches and trying to maintain balance. Okay guys, so now we are going to move to our next segment, which is going to be the drills for your coordination. Now, obviously, where you have balance and static balance, you can then move ahead with movements that are synchronized. So the whole thing about coordination is that you're synchronizing your arms to your feet via your core. Now, the first drill that we're going to do, I'm going to do this from the side just so that you can see what's happening, is a square movement drill. So what we're doing, we're synchronizing going forwards with our left hand to our right foot there, and then from there we're going to move forwards with the right hand to the left foot, and then we go backwards with the left hand moving forwards and the left foot moving backwards. And then we move again backwards with our right hand moving forwards and our right foot moving backwards. So from the front, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, from the side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I want you to realize is, and focus on as for this drill, is the movement of the shoulders with the hips. There, there. And then the size of the steps is quite small, okay? This is going to help you with speed and control. The faster your movements are, okay, then the better you're going to be for speed. The smaller your movements are, then the better you're going to be in for coordination and control. Now, if you're taking too much of a step, it's likely that you're committing too much, and then your coordination may be slightly off because you're traveling too far of a distance for something to go wrong, okay? So you want to minimize the distance that you travel, and you want to make sure that you're in control of that movement, synchronizing your hands to your feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys. Now, the next drill, which is going to improve your coordination, is going to be the side steps that you will do for agility, and that will be our next segment. But we're going to do the side steps with hand movement. So what we do with the side steps, we take a step out to the side from a push from the opposing leg. So the left foot pushes our body and the right foot out to the side. Boom, and then we extend the left hand, okay? So we move out with the right, but we extend the left hand. And we come back to this position, this neutral position. Then we push with the right foot out to the left and extend the right arm. And then we just repeat this. Pa, 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 pa. Now the idea is to synchronize the foot placement with the hand extension. Obviously, where we are moving out to the right, we shoot down the center, okay? Ta, ta, and then you can also include other types of extensions. So the extension for the uppercut, the extension for the hook, and then even without the arm movement, just slip. And this is going to help you with your coordination because your clumsy ass needs it. All right. Okay, guys, so the last and final segment is all about your agility. Now, your agility is more to do with performance. You want the speed of changing direction to be a performance drill. Now, you can work with, first of all, your balance, then your coordination, and then bring in agility right at the end. I know it seems a bit counterintuitive because A is the beginning and A is going to be the end. So this is what you're going to work with, agility at the end, once you have your balance and your coordination. So the first drill that we're going to do is going to be more enabling us to have lateral movements. So changing direction along the lateral arc. Now this is going to be our side steps, which we did in our previous drill, but it's going to extend through the lateral arc. So we do our side steps like so. When we come out to the side, it's not because of a step, it's because of a push from the left foot. So we come out to the right from a push from the left foot. Immediately we touch the floor, we push back, boom. And then once that foot touches the floor, we push out to the side. Ta, 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 ta. This only goes faster if we take smaller movements. Okay, now this is going to help us when we move along the lateral arc. The change of direction is the most important thing. not the speed along the arc. And that is the thing that is going to be confusing for your opponents. If you guys watched the Bivol versus Beterbiev fight, it was the change of direction that assisted Bivol from, frustrating Beterbiev, who was in the traditional stance and moving forwards. So what we're doing on the arc, changing direction, you can see it's always the foot outside that helps us to change direction. Another boxer who uses this is Julio Cesar La Cruz. Okay, constantly changing direction. You can see that the speed that I move along the arc is relatively slow. So it's the uncertainty of when I'm going to change direction that is most frustrating for my opponent. Okay, now the last drill, which is going to be the second drill for agility, is going to be something that I need to look up on the board because I don't have a good memory like you guys do. So let me just quickly look on the board. Okay guys, so the last drill for agility is going to be the change of direction via pivots. Now what we want to do with pivots is make sure that we're not taking that extra step. When we need to change direction, what we want to do is take the pivot, okay? And the thing that commonly is visible with most boxers is them taking that extra step. So when they can just pivot like that, they take the step and then they pivot because they're trying to ensure the safety. But when you want to make your movement more efficient and you don't need to take that extra step, just pivot like normal. So here, okay? Now, the drill that you're going to execute is one where you first of all pivot to the left on the whistle. So if I had a whistle, pivot. If I hear the whistle, boom, pivot. Hear the whistle, boom, pivot. Hear the whistle, boom, pivot. Now, the next drill that you're going to do is the pivot the other way around. So here. Okay, so this is going to help us with the change of direction. Now, the last drill that I'm going to ask you to do that is really going to help your ability to change direction is to listen out for the directions left or right. So if your coach says to you, right, boom, left, left, right, 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 left, okay. That is what you're looking out for, the prompts from your coach to help you do this. You can try this for perhaps 1 minute and then cycle through all the drills that I've showed you. All right guys, so we've come to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed watching the content. If you have a comment and you want to add something about maybe something I may have missed or you want to add to the drills, please feel free to leave them within the comment section. Share the video and subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Daddy.